In the past few years, we've seen the number of new patients coming into our clinic with significant behavioral issues and diagnoses of oppositional defiance disorder. It's absolutely exploded. And so, in this video, we're going to break down exactly why that is and what's causing such a dramatic rise in behavior issues within our kiddos and get you some natural and drug free options to help calm the storm within your family. So, when defiant and disruptive behavior takes over, it can absolutely destroy the quality of life for the entire family. You stop wanting to go out into public or going to social events and birthday parties or even at restaurants and vacations. The stress and the worry of your child having a major meltdown and a behavioral breakdown in public makes you want to avoid it altogether. So if this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Oppositional defiance disorder, ODD, affects about 11% of children and teens, and things are just getting worse with our current chronically sick and stressed and toxic lifestyle. So this video is made especially for parents of children that are displaying persistent patterns of angry, argumentative, vindictive behavior, but are seeking hope, answers, and drug-free solutions to be able to help their child thrive. So in this video, we're going to dive deeper into the neurological roots of ODD, exploring how the imbalances within our autonomic nervous system and our vagus nerve contribute to the development of this challenging condition. So you're going to learn about the limitations of conventional treatments and discover how neurologically focused chiropractic care offers a promising drug-free approach to address the underlying causes of ODD. Parents, research shows that up to about 50 to 60% of children with ODD also have ADD or ADHD, which can exacerbate the behavioral challenges. And additionally, children with ODD are at a higher risk for developing co-occurring conditions like conduct disorder, like anxiety and depression. So left untreated, ODD can lead to long-term consequences, including academic difficulties and learning challenges, substance abuse, legal problems, and employment instability. So as a practitioner and a provider taking care of these kiddos, I've seen firsthand how the daily struggles associated with ODD can take a toll on the entire family's well-being, and it's leaving parents feeling hopeless and unsure of where to turn. So to be able to understand the neurological roots of ODD, we need to look at the autonomic nervous system, or the ANS. So our ANS regulates our body's unconscious functions and consists of two main branches: the sympathetic nervous system, or our fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest, regulate, and digest response. In children with ODD, there's often an imbalance between these two branches, with an overactive sympathetic nervous system and an underactive parasympathetic nervous system, leading to heightened emotional reactivity, impulsivity, and difficulty with self-soothing. So at the heart of this autonomic imbalance lies the vagus nerve. It's a critical component of our parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for regulating heart rate, digestion, inflammation, and emotional well-being. So research suggests that children with ODD often have lower vagal tone, indicating reduced capacity for emotional regulation and stress resilience, not to mention social engagement. So all of this nervous system dysfunction and dysregulation and imbalance can be caused by factors such as high stress and fertility and pregnancy journeys, birth trauma, high levels of toxicity and inflammation, perpetuating this cycle of emotional dysregulation and behavioral challenges seen in ODD that leaves them stuck in that fight or flight kind of cascade every single day. So as a neurologically focused pediatric and family chiropractor, we dive deeper into this neurological dysfunction in kids struggling with ODD and behavior and emotional issues and find what's called subluxation, which means stress stuck on. And this means that even at rest, your child's nervous system is constantly wound up, easily agitated, and overstimulated and overwhelmed. Parents, this is exactly what we would find in a kiddo struggling with things like ODD or even ADHD, sensory processing disorder, and autism. This is a surface EMG scan. Basically, it's measuring the energy within the muscles of our body. So quantifying and measuring the stuck tone and tension within their nervous system as well as their bodies. So this top right hand is actually what we would call a normal view. So on all circumstances, things are firing well, things are regulated well. We're not seeing any large amounts of activity. There's this vase-shaped distribution from top to bottom. Things are hunky dory there. What we're seeing in on the top left, bottom right are different aspects of this view. So basically, what it's measuring is where the tone and the tension is stuck within our neuromuscular system. So as you can see, there's a lot of significant red coloration down by the pelvis, up into the upper neck, and where the neck meets the shoulders, with decreased activity in through the core. We see this quite a bit with our ADHD kiddos and our ODD because they're wired and tired and anxious and depressed, and a lot of times have a low, weak core or poor midline stability or even poor gross motor and fine motor coordination as subsequent findings that we'll see with them. But basically, this is quantifying where things are so stuck and tense within the body as a response to this significant fight or flight, stuck on stress state. What's really fascinating here is when we look at this bottom right hand side where we have our total energy index, we have our pattern percentage, and we have our symmetry percentage. So it's really important with this pattern percentage and the symmetry. We want to quantify that and see it at above 75%. What's important with this pattern percentage, especially when we're talking about ODD, is that it's measuring neurological tone. So when we talk about posture, when we talk about behavioral and emotional regulation, or even focus and concentration for that matter, when we have poor or low neurological tone within the body, this specifically maps out exactly where we are and gives us really great clarity as to why we're seeing some of those behavioral or defiant challenges and struggles within these kids. Quantifying it a little bit deeper is with the energy index with these kids. I like to see anywhere from 100 to 150. And so seeing how this maps out about 211 on this energy index, his body, his nervous system is significantly stressed out, overloaded, and overwhelmed. He's basically revving his engines with his foot on the brake. So he's spinning his wheels and he's not going anywhere. These is one of the big findings that we will see within these kiddos. And the more that we can calm down this fight or flight stress response, decrease this activity within the body, it gives them the capacity to be able to handle more from a processing standpoint. So decreasing that threshold for them to be able to handle more. So at Haven Family Chiropractic, we know exactly how hard navigating everyday life with ODD and behavioral issues really is. And we cannot wait to be able to help your family with natural, drug-free options to help calm down the storm and get them through these challenges. So to find the root cause of your child's ODD, it all starts with getting those INSiGHT scans that we talked about and finding out if your child's nervous system is indeed subluxated, dysregulated, and stuck within a sympathetic fight or flight mode. So if you feel like you've already tried everything to help your child's ODD and their behavioral issues, like behavioral therapy, like ABA, like floor time, like play therapy, but you feel as though you're still stuck in that constant cycle of stress, comment the word help below and we're going to send you the next steps to get you more information in how to get your child scanned and started with this powerful and impactful form of drug-free care.